Is this thing on? Oh, hello. I'm G. Edward Robbins, and I would like to welcome you to this. What are you people doing in my room? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes, human being, American, and YouTube Ronin. I'd like to welcome you to the other side of midnight. Already in the chat. He was here first, the Clue Channel. She of the smoldering new avatar, Netters Network, who has updated her membership. Thank you. Matt Sheetwood in house. Enigma Severus. Who might have to leave us a little bit early. I completely understand. Have a good night if you're still listening. FKHC 2005, sometimes known as Tim? Joining us from the UK, Shadow of the Raven, Nevermore. Soylent Green is people. They didn't change the recipe. This show has guests. I have shanghaied a number of people who are now about to regret their decision. Last call, Troy Pacelli.
I was promised cookies. I don't see any cookies.
Connie Cleary.
Hello. I was promised ice cream.
There, see? Actually, those would go good together.
Exactly.
Curtis Selby.
So the Soylent Green I grew up with was blended with 7 herbs and spices. It was some of the best stuff you've ever had.
We were lucky to get people in my day.
Hell
Same
yeah!
here.
We ate our plankton and we were glad of it.
Right.
Oh man, I'm getting old. I need to wear my glasses. I looked at Shadow of the Raven's comment and I would have sworn it said "knee netter."
I think it's here.
Knee.
And, of course, Outlaw Bill.
Howdy, partners. How you doing? I found out you should have put down one lame horse a lot sooner than they did.
And we are going to be getting to apparently it has not been the best viewing day for Bill We're going to be going into that today and this evening.
Bill, you
Nighttime.
really
What the hell
pissed
time?
off the
Damn it.
the video gods today. I don't know.
What? What? Yeah. I might have jumped the dragon, say the speak. I jumped the dragon on a mule named Charlie.
Oh, how I miss those days when we had to hunt our humans and eat their soylent green raw. A bit of character.
And hello to Tim Hayes.
Hail Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Is I
I'm
don't
Tim. He didn't. Oh, he's saying hi, Tim. Okay.
Hit him. Right, Tim. You be the judge.
Son of a. Okay.
Now, that's what the video gods were saying today. Never.
Oh boy,
I guess
were
it's
they.
Outlaw Bill is
Okay.
being punished, not Tim.
Yeah, I'm 0 for 2 today.
I'm so sorry.
But it's at least I could say one of them was my planned fault. The other, not so much.
Oh, hell.
Okay. This needs a little bit of backstory for those of you who did not join us today. Bill and I host a show that he created entitled Western Cinema Presents, which we do every Sunday. And we every once in a while, Bill lets me pick one, but most of the time, he kind of has an idea of what he wants to do beforehand, and he'd been considering a film called Wild Horses, which seemed
It had Robert
harmless
Duvall.
enough.
It
has Robert Duvall,
Being
Yeah.
Robert
Josh
Duvall.
Hartnett.
How could it be that bad?
James Franco, Adriana Barraza. It's a decent cast. And it's kind of not per se a Western, but it just it takes place on a ranch, so somebody just said, okay, it's a Western. You
There
know?
were horses and there were guns.
There were horses in it, and
There were
the
horses
occasional
and there were
firearm.
some cows. There
And there
were
were-
some cows.
There were cows even.
Yep.
The occasional
There was
shooting,
ropes.
but and somehow that makes a Western, and this movie is very infamous
Oh, my
because
God.
it's on one of the worst rated films on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, that's one thing Rotten Tomatoes had right. The audience score
Oh, yeah.
and the certified fresh score is spot on this one. Oh my God.
And not only that, but before Bill had picked a movie, this is how I had first heard of it. I didn't even know this movie was in existence before a few weeks ago. I came across one of those like list articles that the internet throws at you all the time. And I found this article of 50 worst Westerns of all time. And Wild Horses is on it.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing that was on it was a movie that we had done before. That also had Robert Duvall, which was this movie called One Night in Mexico. Again, not necessarily a Western, but kind of Western elements in it.
Yeah.
And I thought that movie was okay. It's not anything great, but it's okay. I thought, if you like, you rented it one night on streaming, what the hell, you know. And that, like I said, that movie was on the list too. I thought it was fine, so I said, okay, maybe this is a full of crap list, because there were movies on it that I thought were good. Tim disagrees, but okay. No, I can understand it. That's fine, but so okay, we approach today's movie as, okay, Rotten Tomatoes could be wrong. They could have slept on this movie for any number of reasons, or it could be bad. But we're going to give it due diligence. So we did. And it is such a convoluted movie for a plot that is seemingly so simple.
Mm-hmm.
And not
Because-
to mention, the film dragged on. It's the longest 148-minute film I've ever seen. It felt like a 3-hour film.
I'm with you on that one, Bill.
I was lucky. I only caught the last maybe hour or so.
You didn't miss anything, really.
But
You didn't miss much. No.
I
Not
feel
much.
like I aged 10 years watching this.
Because you don't expect a movie with Robert Duvall in it to be this bad.
I didn't expect it.
No. All right. Here's the thing. When it comes to him, is Robert Duvall always felt to me like he's like a split personality. Okay. Follow me for a minute. There's the Robert Duvall that's in movies like Apocalypse Now. Basically all the movies he did with Coppola, like Apocalypse Now, The Conversation, the Robert Duvall that's in Bullet, the Robert Duvall who played Boo Radley, there's that Robert Duvall. Then there's like the Robert Duvall who does all these westerns. And it kind of doesn't feel like it's the same guy to me, which is the point. Okay, and hello to Suzanne. And Tim's Talk.
Hello, Tim.
Tim's Talk says the Rebel Moon extended cuts are my Star Wars now. Is that like a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. It was directed by that guy who made a 4-hour Batman Superman movie.
So we do have 3 Tims in the chat.
Jack
Yikes.
Snyder.
And hello to
Jack
Raider
Snyder.
Rich. Okay, so like I said, Robert Duvall always felt like 2 different people to me in a way, But it's like my dad used to say, that's the mark of a good actor, is that he can be all of these different characters. And so I always go, usually he's in the movies he's in are good, of varying degrees, of course, but good for the most part, The worst movie I thought that he had done is this movie that was done in 1985 called The Light Ship. I don't know if anybody remembers this thing. It kind of came and went. It's one of those movies that people have kind of forgotten about. I don't think there's even a Blu-ray for it. And I thought that was pretty much the worst movie he had been in, because I thought it was kind of I just thought it was really boring, and I didn't get what they were trying to do with this character, because this character in that movie seemed kind of really out of place. It was just it's just like a weird movie. I'm like, what are they trying to say here? And I looked it up recently because I was thinking about it while we were watching the movie. And so I went and I looked up The Lightship on Letterboxd. And it was getting all of these comparisons to Crimson Tide. And I'm like, fucking hell. They're like two completely different movies. You know, other than the fact that, okay, the whole thing's on a boat and you have these two guys vying for control. Klaus Maria Brandauer, who's the captain, and Duval, who, along with his gang, has hijacked the ship. For whatever reason, I don't remember. If it even got mentioned during the movie. It was that kind of a thing. And he does like this really weird kind of southern dandy kind of foppish kind of. I didn't get it. I'm like, what are you? You know, it's like, oh, you know, it's like, oh great, we were being hijacked by gay Colonel Sanders. That's what it felt like. What the fuck are you doing? You know,
A movie you never knew you wanted.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, and I was thinking of that movie a lot while we were watching Wild Horses. It was a lot of like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, okay. Now, James Franco I get, because he just James Franco's his way through the movie. And I like that one review that we read after we were looking at after we were watching the movie. It said, could somebody just hit him, please? And I was like, yes, please do. You know, now, I get the story. Okay, the way that the mystery, quote unquote, if you can call it that, the way that
yeah,
plays out,
hardly a mystery.
okay, it's hardly a mystery. Okay, it that tracks. You know, and it was a very simple thing of, okay, this wasn't a murder, nothing.
Yeah.
This wasn't anything intentional. This was an accident that could have happened to any one of the people involved. Why are we covering this up? Why are you covering this accident up like you're the fucking Zodiac killer or something? Why? You know,
This was a really bad episode of Walker, Texas Ranger.
yeah.
The remake version.
You know,
So-
you know,
Which I've never seen.
So if Walker, Texas Ranger and Brokeback Mountain had a love child and was
it would be-
boring,
it was
It
this
would be
would have
that.
been it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. You know, and forget the whole gay Brokeback Mountain subplot for a second. But whatever.
Yeah, I
You know.
really didn't care.
And it really didn't matter, except for the fact that James Franco keeps fucking bringing it up.
Mm-hmm.
And it is all he talks about, and it's all his character is.
Well, but that wasn't whoever wrote the thing. That's on whoever wrote it.
Yeah, but Duvall wrote it, and I'm like, why?
Yeah,
Why
no,
you,
iterate.
of
It
all
feels-
people, make this wokeified
Garbage.
garbage? You know,
Piece of fecal matter.
why? Okay, the drug dealer subplot. What did that have to do with anything?
What? Yeah, did nothing. Was so stupid.
It got
It
the
did-
hot chick
And
to
didn't need
expose
to
her
be
midriff.
there.
You know,
That's what it
and
is.
that's all well and good. I'm glad that he put his wife in the movie, but acting, please. Could we see some of it?
It was basically another plank of wood, standing in front of the camera. You don't have to smile. You don't have to convey any type of emotion whatsoever because our plot and story doesn't care. We don't even know what the hell we're doing with it.
He did make a good Frank Burns. Yeah, that was interesting casting. He was the original Frank Burns in MASH.
Yep.
Yeah. And hello to Positive
Hello,
Candor.
Positive Candor.
Okay, now. Okay, you have the deputy sheriff who is involved with the gang that is smuggling drugs, and it's kind of suggested at one point people as well. Which was a good subplot because that would have been a nice red herring. If that subplot connected to the main one, but it doesn't. Except that the fact that it's just a separate case that Samantha, who's the female character, who's Duvall's wife, playing the Texas Ranger, it's just this plot that she just stumbles on. Because Duvall's character comes up with the bright idea of having the deputy Sid called it mild horses. Yeah, he comes up with the bright idea to, I guess, I don't know how he's connected to the deputy, but he is. You know, and he says basically, you know, don't kill her. I don't want her dead. Just put her out of commission. Keep her away from me. Okay, fair enough. Whatever. So, of course, naturally, this guy goes and hires these dipshits, most of whom look like they're 12. And most of whom are very clearly not Mexican, even though they're supposed to be. You know, they keep looking at the black guy, and obviously black guy, and they keep referring to him as a Mexican. They go, okay, all right, whatever. And, so I could spend all night just trying to explain.
You really need to speed it up. You really need to speed it up because there's not a lot to talk about.
I'm doing it at the pace of the movie, really. And,
all right.
Wait. Okay.
You don't need to torture their audience that.
I am getting to it. I'm getting to it.
When you get back to the home world, you may well be sentenced to torture.
Okay. So,
That movie was torture.
So he gets the deputy, put her out of commission. All right. So the deputy goes to the gang. And hello, Wade. So the deputy goes to the gang. I'm trying, Bill. So
I know.
The deputy goes to the gang. Look, do what you have to do. Don't kill her. Just da-da-da-da. Again. But the gang gets it in the head of, we're just going to do whatever the hell we want with her when we catch her. So they tried to kill her. Long story short, they send one guy out of this whole gang. One guy catches up to her. There's a chase. Sort of. There's a shootout. Sort of. And she kills the guy. She rams her car into him and kills him. Now, this whole thing is making me lose my train. This is the problem with the movie, is that the movie something happens, and then the next scene, it's like everybody forgets what happened before it. You know, like I said, it was kind of like watching The Acolyte. It's like everybody just forgets what happened in the previous episode. Anyway.
What am I doing on this panel? Who are you guys?
Exactly.
What's going on?
What's going on? But the way the actress plays the character is that she's talking to her son and talking to him about his father and what an abusive prick he was. And she... You know, and the way that she plays that scene, and the way that she plays the shootout, and the way that she plays the drug bust, and the way that she makes an attempt to interrogate Duvall, it's just, she plays every scene the same.
Plank of wood, plank of wood, plank of wood.
I'm getting shot at.
She
Plank
makes
of wood.
Playing.
she
I'm
makes
talking to my
Arnold-
son. Same tone of voice.
She makes Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator look very emotive and over emotional.
Same facial expression, same demeanor in her body language and speech.
Everything.
Okay, good. Okay, end the movie.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
She's like
And then-
half of
and
the
then-
women that I used to ask out.
You know,
I'm
but
sorry, folks. I'm sorry. It was, they all
that
can't
weird-
be winners.
there's that weird scene, and this is after everything has been solved. I mean, granted, he didn't know that, but this is after everything's been explained. And Josh Hartnett, who's kind of been the good guy through the whole movie, trying to be the peacemaker, he's actually not bad in the movie. He tries to make something out of it. I'll give him that. And he has this weird scene where all of a sudden he decides he's going to menace this Texas Ranger, you know, who of course reacts to him with just the same kind of, yeah, okay, could you stand away from my vehicle, please? Oh, hi, son. Yeah, your father was an abusive prick. Oh, I'm being shot at now. And it's just the same monotone kind of, what are you trying to do? You know, 40 lashes with a wet noodle, Bill. Yeah.
This movie felt like that scene from Inception. It was like, is that damn man ever gonna get into the water? It's like, I was like saying to myself, is this damn film ever gonna end?
It's just, it made no sense. I don't know who edited that movie, but they need to be shot in both knees and set on fire.
This film made me hurt.
You know, and it was just this. It was this wokeified, you know, girl boss, all the winner, and me towards the end. The scene with Josh Hartnett didn't need to be there because there's no reason why these two characters need to speak. Period. It's just this. Oh man. Don't see Wild Horses, people. Don't. If you want to have a laugh and listen to us talk about it, nerds.
Honestly,
This movie has turned me into an invalid.
This movie's taking up 30 minutes of your show already.
No, before I watched this movie, I had a full head of hair.
With it.
That's all
Move
gone.
on to the next.
I've had
Probably
time
make-
to grow a head of hair.
So Tim is saying that they need to make a Western with Alec Baldwin just to
No.
give some idea. At the ending of the movie, I riffed it by saying, "Oh, hey, Alec Baldwin showed up by accident."
Because
Rust.
all right, so through, and I am going to spoil the shit out of this
No, don't do it.
9-year-old movie right now. Okay.
Because we're all planning to see it now.
Okay. The whole
I already
plot.
saw it already with them.
Here's what happened. Okay. Duvall has 3 sons in the movie, and we eventually find out he has a daughter as well.
Yep.
Because it gets revealed that this woman who works for him is his daughter as well, out of wedlock daughter. And the idea is that, I don't know, she and James Franco are kind of sweet on each other in a way, which is weird because he's gay and she knows he is, but it's like she's trying to like make him straight. I don't know.
It's Will and Grace.
Because he says, well, it's a good thing I'm gay, or I would have married my sister. And I'm like, because he has to say he's gay every 5 minutes he's on screen. So anyway, what happens? Here's kind of the deal. Okay, Duvall finds James Franco and his boyfriend in the barn. He chases Franco out at gunpoint. You're no longer my son. Go live with your mother. Blah blah blah. You know. So the boyfriend goes out into the stables, and he gets kicked in the head by a horse. So it's not even a murder; it's an accident. Okay. And
note, Tim Hayes, we're not making this up.
We are not making this up, Tim. This is the movie. So instead of reporting this accident, he buries the body.
I get the point deleted. Jeez, I didn't know you were going to spend 30 minutes on it.
Because that's obviously what you would do.
You know,
every time I find a dead body in my stable, I just bury it.
Yeah. So he finally mends fences with James Franco and brings him back into the fold. And this is where I say the movie reminds me of Knives Out, okay? Because in Knives Out, Christopher Plummer, who's the quote unquote the murder victim, but what we actually find out is he did himself in. And he's disinherited his children, and he's going to leave everything to the nurse, who's the Ana de Armas character. Now, what this movie does is he is going to split his empire, his ranch, all of his land, equally between the kids. But we know James Franco is going to give his portion to the sister. Basically, that would make her the majority owner of this land. And I go, this fucking movie just did Knives Out. Basically, the fucking maid is now going to kick all of these white boys out and take over the land. And I went, this is fucking Knives Out. You know?
Kakaris! Kakaris on you! Kakaris!
This has been a masterclass. Deleted scenes and Outlaw Bill have now trained you how not to make a movie.
You know, so the thing is so that's all it was. So he goes to so he mends fences with James Franco because the whole time, and again, not a spoiler, we find this out right away, Duvall's dying. So he's trying to get his affairs in order before he dies, is the idea. Mend fences with my son, right this wrong. Everybody gets equal shares. Does this make Manos look like Citizen Kane? Damn near. So he goes to.
I think I had more fun watching Manos Hands of Fate.
I think
actually.
I did too. And so he goes to the mother's house. He admits what happened, and she's like, "You white devil, get out of my house!" Delete it out. And okay, fine. So he drives off. Has a heart attack and shoots himself. End of movie.
I just realized that's what would have fixed this film if Torgo, with his theme music, had been just randomly inserted into the movie. That could have fixed everything. Right there. The master won't like it that your son is gay.
The master will not approve, and you can't bring the dog or the child. He won't like it. It'll be getting dark soon. There is no way out of here. That's why I felt like watching the movie. There's no way out of here.
Okay.
How do I get out of this town?
36 minutes we spent on Wild Horses. Can we talk about something else now?
All right.
Is this some type of torture to me? Deleted?
We will torture Bill.
I'm thinking of starting drinking now.
This
I
is
do
not
have some
Bill's fault.
whiskey.
There's a point There's a point why I'm bringing this up. Now, before I saw Wild Horses with Bill, me and a friend, we sat down and we watched that movie Nobody with Bob Odenkirk, which is really good. It's written by the guy who wrote John Wick, and it's directed by the guy who did Hardcore Henry, and it's a lot of fun. Go see it. Well, not go see it. It's on disc now. You can rent it, buy it, whatever. So I was 1-1 on today. I saw a good movie and I saw a bad one. Bill, unfortunately, was not so lucky because on top of Wild Horses, there was also apparently the House of the Dragon finale, which
The
apparently
House of Dragons season 2 finale was so boring, so lackluster. Oh, what a piece of garbage, and what a build-up to nothing! Absolutely nothing! I went from giving the season a B to a D-, and I gave the episode itself an F! An F! It gets an F! It was so bad.
Shadow of the Raven is suggesting that it was the Westworld story where all the bots went wrong and became boring.
So like Westworld then.
Yeah, basically it was Westworld.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That show started out good.
I think maybe they had some of the same writers. I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised.
All this means, though, is that we could do better.
Yeah.
We could write something. We could, even at our worst, we could probably do better than that.
You know what's holding me up from doing it? Working
Money?
a regular job.
Well, yeah, 100%. I'm right there with you.
I've been talking with Netter about it. I said, I'm a contractor. If anything happens to this contract, I might actually try to do the whole streaming thing full time.
Do it. Your friends are for it. Do it. We'll think you're cool if you do it.
Well, I'm hoping you're going to think I'm cool either way.
We do. I'm just being a jerk.
You've paid for the right to be a jerk.
Thank you. You're very kind. You're very kind. I'll take it. I promise it's never my intent to be a jerk, but I have found myself with my foot quite high up in my mouth before.
I am very much of the mindset that you absolutely can be a jerk to me. Just make sure it's funny.
There you go. There you go. I think I wonder if everyone can hear Cassie. She's rattling her collar and asking to be
wondering.
petted.
Well, let's see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's my camera?
It's all dark. You might be sitting on it.
Oh, probably. Let's see if I'm smart enough to do this or not.
Shadow the Raven is saying the first season of Westworld was okay, but God knows what happened after that.
You know what? I'll tell you what happened. It just like everything else. It went woke, so it went broke.
Oh. That's too bad because they had some good people working on that.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He was looking for his camera, so I'll bet he disconnected himself.
Oopsies!
No.
Wrong button. Wrong button.
Curtis, speak to me, lad.
Curtis,
He's
come
back.
to the light. Come to the light.
No,
There she is.
Oh,
There she is. Aw.
Don't pay attention to the messy house.
We're not. There's a dog in the shot.
There's
None
a
of the
dog in
rest
the shot.
matters.
well,
Yeah,
I don't think it's
gets-
messy. Just pick up that towel or whatever it is. There
No,
you
that's
go.
a shirt, and she's always. It's I don't know how to explain it. She's always getting my clothes, and I just never punish her for it. So
What breed is she?
she's half Australian Shepherd and half Burmese Mountain.
Is it
Yeah.
racist of me to ask that
Dog.
question?
No.
Yes,
No.
it is. I'm very
Yeah,
offended.
you're a
So is
donkey
Cassie.
racist.
Look at her. She is so offended and angry.
Yeah, exactly.
But she's literally the sweetest dog I have ever had anything to do with. So.
I love the fact that she. Can you hear her? She's coming looking for pets. She wants attention. You get the camera on her, she's asleep.
Don't bother me. Don't bother me. I'm sleeping here. I'm
That's
sleeping.
Cassie. That's Cassie. And she was made a gift of her by Matt Cheatwood. So there it is.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
Let's see.
Well, Matt Cheatwood then is good people.
Yeah.
Anyone who
good
likes
people.
dogs is good people in my book.
Heck to the yeah, and I don't know that I want to.
Oh, Matt Cheatwood is here to hear me saying nice things about him. Oops.
Yeah, stop saying bad things about Matt Cheatwood. There we go. I'll
Nice.
just leave a picture of her.
She's got that look like, what? What now?
so
You know,
tell
I had
everybody
her-
again what type of dog she is.
She's a half Australian Shepherd and half Burmese Mountain. I don't know jack about either of those breeds, and the way I found that out was by Googling it. So if I'm wrong, my apologies. But I basically sent her picture.
Bernese mountain dogs are those big ass dogs that they would go rescue hikers up in the snowy mountains with the message.
I think you're St. Bernards.
I think
I
you're thinking of a
had
Saint
a
Bernard.
I had a Canadian friend who had one of those dogs, and I drove him from Phoenix to Markham, which is right outside of Toronto.
Yeah, Matt is like me in that he actually prefers animals to people. Present company accepted. But yeah, I've most of my life I've been more of a hermit than not a hermit. So.
Hermit crabs. I've had a couple of them.
Oh, I thought you said you had crabs once.
Oh
No. I've gotten into some pretty interesting scrapes, but yeah, not nothing like that. I've been a one woman man all my life.
What is this woman you speak of?
Yeah, that's the netter.
Aww.
32 years yesterday.
Yes,
Congratulations
and happy
again.
anniversary again. Congratulations.
32
Thank you.
years. Congratulations. I would have probably killed myself by now if I'd stayed with my ex-wife that long.
Well, I chose good. Sorry.
You chose good. I did not.
Yeah. You chose poorly.
So basically, you watched Gone with the Wind, and I watched Wild Horses. That's what I got. It's okay. I'm sorry, Bill. I don't mean
James Franco's gay, you know.
What?
I mean, all I can tell you what I didn't watch. 175 films with Stormy Daniels in them. I brought it back.
Wow.
Oh.
We went there. Oh my God. Damn you, Troy.
I actually had to look her up on IMDb to see how many films she'd been in.
Yes, and in case I missed, I think I said it in the chat, but congratulations, Troy. That is
Thanks,
awesome.
buddy.
I think
Yeah.
you guys are. You guys give me hope.
Was it
And
Man-
she was married previously too, so it happens. Sometimes
Oh yeah.
sometimes you get it right. Right out of the chute, and sometimes you need a practice one.
My parents are married for 54 years, and they've been together for over 58 years.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
Was the movie Manos level or Monster a Go-Go level? I'm gonna have to defer to you guys because I haven't seen Monster a Go-Go.
Don't know Monster a Go-Go. Yeah.
Oh, Monster a Go-Go was the one at the end where they said, in the end, there was no monster.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't see that one, Curtis?
I haven't seen that
No,
one.
really.
Okay.
I don't know. I've ended up in a movie enthusiast
there
community,
was
but I've not seen that many movies. I'm sorry.
Well,
I really wanted to. I love
figured you-
movies.
I figured
Well,
you.
apparently you've also missed all the bad movies. I mean,
I
that's
missed
not a
quite
bad
a few.
thing.
I would have
Man.
figured that you being an MST fan, you would have remembered Monster a Go-Go because that's like one of their most popular episodes.
I missed that one somehow.
Okay.
I know. I think I know what you're talking about, but I haven't actually seen that episode. So.
Right. So there's this guy goes missing. They think he's mutated into a monster, right? And
Uh-huh.
all of this monster chase stuff ensues, and you see they chase the creature down into the sewer. And then they find out that the guy that they thought got mutated into a monster, oh, he's just fine. We found him. He's okay. So who's the monster?
There was no monster.
No, because they go down into the sewer where they think they've trapped him, and the monster is gone. And you get literally this narration, there was no monster. What?
The one I've always wanted to see of Mystery Science Theater that I haven't, because I've seen quite a few of them, but I haven't seen them all. I want to see the one with the Castle of Fu Manchu. I've heard that's a terrible.
Oh,
Oh,
man. Oh.
oh, don't bother. I've seen it. Don't bother.
Not even the Mystery Science Theater riffing of it.
It's the only way to watch it. And even then, barely.
Well, yeah. Well, I say the same thing about a talking cat, Birdemic, Replica. There's several movies that just they're not worth watching if they're not riffed.
There are 3 Birdemic movies now. That scares me.
Well, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah.
The horrors that you unleash cannot be contained.
Christopher Lee is in Castle of Fu Manchu. He plays Fu Manchu.
Of course he does.
Yeah.
So have you guys seen the Corridor Crew fixed Birdemic?
What?
I don't think I have.
I will share. Share.
Okay.
Hold on.
Please.
Did he fix Birdemic?
Here we go.
What did they do? Chase down James Glenn and shoot
They
him?
got the girl the blonde girl from that movie. They got her to come back to film an additional scene.
Ah.
But they also fixed all of the what do you call it? CG. Well, not
Yeah.
fixed exactly, but made it better.
Well, honestly, it might not have been that bad with some good CGI and some halfway
If you-
decent
If you have
actors.
never seen Corridor Crew, the YouTube channel, check them out. They do a lot of fixing bad CG. My favorite, what really got me watching their channel, was they took that scene from The Mummy 2 with The Rock as the Scorpion King, completely redid it, and it looks amazing.
I have it loaded. I will watch that tomorrow.
There you go. Now I'm going to send you down a whole rabbit hole there.
I subscribe
That's
to
an
them too.
understatement.
You know, but that's the funny thing about the episode, because you're going to fix this in post,
Bill.
right? You're going to fix this in post,
You're
right?
gonna fix
What the
this in
hell's
post, right?
Keep flailing. There's Godzilla. It's back.
You know, that's become the Hollywood thing, right? It's like, you're going to fix it in post, right? You're going to pay for it, right? Oh, sure. We got endless supply of money.
Well, that was maybe.
Gee, I wonder why we didn't make a profit.
There's a fair number of the riffs of Replica. You'll fix that in post, right? Oh yeah, sure. Keep going. Oh my gosh. The guy who plays the main character, I can't remember the character's name, but the guy who plays the main character in Replica, he looks to me like a younger version of the Governor Stitt in Oklahoma. And I can't hardly watch that movie without just thinking, oh my gosh, it's an adolescent and stupid Governor Stitt. Ah.
Let me see. What's the question here? What's the name of that Hammer movie where it turns out the monster just wanted its finger back?
Oh crap!
I don't know.
Never heard of that.
I can't remember what it is now.
Sounds like
And
a
it's all-
it was Sashi logged in and was greeted by Godzilla
Yeah, exactly.
on the screen.
And hello to Dave C.
Hey Sashi,
That's-
hi Dave.
How
Cool
you-
avatar.
Yeah, how you doing down there in the storm zone there, Dave? Let us know. All right. Let's see. I thought I was doing a question, but yeah, many a movie have been saved by having an MST or RiffTrax version of it. Manos is one. I can't watch Manos if it's not the
Agreed.
if it's not the Mystery Science Theater. Even better, the RiffTrax, which is almost even better. Because
Well, you know, I noticed when they did their 16th anniversary thing, there, with all these people congratulating them, James Gwen was actually someone who congratulated them. I think he probably made most of the profits he made off of the film just from
Yeah.
the RiffTrax versions.
Yeah, I was about to bring up the keeping flash. That's what it was with the finger.
Manos is lame. Manos may be lame, but it's got Torgo,
Yeah.
the greatest character in the history of film.
Drink him in, ladies. Drink him in.
It only costs you $1 to luck. Because the whole idea is that he's supposed to be a satyr.
Yes.
And so they have these braces on his legs to make him up, but because the actor was so high as a kite while he was making the movie, he put the braces on backwards. And that's what made him stumble around like that. That and the fact that he was basically high off his ass the entire time, which I don't really kind of blame him for at all.
Exactly.
The little girl who was in the movie is obviously all grown up now. I think she's pretty much the only one from the movie who's left. And she said he was like a really nice guy and like made sure she was like comfortable and taken care of. So that was cool of him. But and the sad thing is the guy who played Torgo died before the film came out. Yeah, he came to kind of a sad end. But
Well, maybe I
he
have
made
this
that
mixed-
movie though.
He did. Maybe I have this mixed up, but I've heard that Lon Chaney Jr. was a really nice guy, but I may have that all mixed up. I don't.
The thing about Manos though is the guy who made the movie, who's Hal Warren, that wrote, directed, edited, probably did the catering. He also stars in the movie. Plays
Yes.
Michael, and he was a manure salesman.
I mean, if you can sell shit, you've got some talent.
Now,
Ooh. Wow. My
he-
whole worldview
he-
just shifted.
he met Sterling Sullivan, who was in town scouting locations for the Route 66 TV series. And basically, Hal Warren betted him that he couldn't make a movie. Because, of course, how hard could it be, right? So he writes the script. He does hire actors. I'll give him that. He wrote the script, he hired actors, and then he realizes a couple of days in, shit, this is hard. And we got the movie we got because he's filming it with this camera where there wasn't sound. He couldn't do sound. Or he couldn't record the sound, I should say. He could only do 30-second takes. So it's like you couldn't cut away, which is why there are so many scenes in the movie that seem to begin and end, and you go through the whole thing because they couldn't cut. You just had to go with what you got, which is why there are a couple of times in the movie you can see him look at the camera and he says cut or action. It's in the film. And because even the little girl later on, when she finally saw the movie, she even back then, even that little girl knew this is not what a movie is supposed to look like.
Outlaw Bill demonstrating an improvement on the special effects from Manos Hands of Fate.
House of the Dragon. It should be more about us dragons. I'm a
Hell
dragon that's
yeah.
unnamed. If you have a special 5G link with me, I may let you ride me, or ride my back, or if I don't like you and you're scared, I'm just gonna burn you, or I'm gonna eat you, and that's all we did this season. in House of the Dragon Season 2. You really don't need to watch it because there's too much human factor. There is very little dragons. And, well, I want to go burn something. Have anything for me to burn?
I want more dragons now.
Burn every copy of Wild Horses for me, please.
Yes!
Anything else while I'm at it?
Castle of Fu Manchu.
That too.
Can I burn everything Disney Star Wars? Can I go everywhere to Disney's house and just burn that all down? I'd really love to do that.
I'll find a tasty human for you.
I said I'd like to eat Kathleen Kennedy, but she would give me probably bad diarrhea.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And hello to Ara Vixander and Lemon Pie.
Thank you for letting me on the show. Deleted. I'm gonna go back here now.
Man, his special effects are so realistic.
Well,
How did
that's
he
because
do it?
it's practical. It's not CG. That's why.
I mean, I felt like the dragon was right there.
Well, that's because it was. See, that's practical effects for you.
Tim said then it was dubbed badly. Yeah, I mean, they even said it in the episode. This is the same guy talking. This is the same guy saying both characters. Well, that's right. Whatever you're doing, don't go do it somewhere else. You know.
I love the random scene with the couple that was making out. It had nothing to do with anything else in the film, and the sheriff comes up and tells them to go away, and then like the lady says something that's like really stupid, but her lips don't match the dialogue, and
No.
it's just so bizarre. We could do better than this. Maybe not much better, but we could do better than this.
We probably could.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to make the same mistake of going, hey, this is easy, and
No,
I told you. I think we need to write our own Western deleted scenes. We need to make our own Western and write a story.
3 minutes in, the main character dies of dysentery.
Oh, you've read my script.
Wait,
Yeah, see?
wait, that's a million ways to die. A million ways to die in the West.
Well, that's the first way to die in the West,
$1.
anyway.
Haven't you ever seen $1?
Ervik says best dragon was in the Hobbit.
It was pretty
Smaug,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
And hello and welcome to Anti-Atheist. My first time seeing you in the chats. Does he speak Klingon? Where have I been all my life?
Matt Cheatwood is asking something about the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, because that was the video game, and that Tim is also talking about you died of dysentery.
Died of dysentery.
Or never dysentery, whichever comes first.
We will be doing
Never
in
dysentery.
the month of October. We'll be doing a horror film called The Oregon Trail. That's a Western.
They all die of dysentery at the end, right?
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't want to give you any spoilers.
Could be.
Sashi says that none of the 80s anime dubs that were made in Malaysia exist today because the dubs were horrible. It's the main reason he learned to watch the original Japanese with subs.
Yeah, I mean, that's whenever I watch a foreign language film, I do my best to try and see it in its native language.
The first time I watched Fist of the North Star,
Mhm.
it was in the original Japanese, and I know 2 words of Japanese. So half the time I was asking the owner of the film, what are they saying? What's going on? But even with him explaining it, I still thought it was a really fun film. So I've always loved that one.
It didn't have the subtitles on it?
Nope. Now every version I've watched since was either dubbed in English or had subtitles, but the very first time, all I had was some guy just trying to explain to me what the hell was going on. Fortunately, I'm usually confused anyway, so I was good with it.
Yeah.
Tim says there's an adult version.
That doesn't surprise me.
There probably is. You know, I saw very recently my nephew learned that I loved the movie, and he got me a DVD of I don't think it was the whole season, but I think it was most of or part of the first season of the TV series. I liked that really well. Usually when somebody does something like that, they either screw it up or it's just exactly like the movie, and therefore why are you bothering? But they changed it, but they didn't change it in ways that ruined it. Or I felt it was really good. And Matt Cheatwood's asking about a Western version of Wolf and Cub.
That would be interesting. Because I tell you, there was a movie a year or two ago. It was last year, I think, because Bill and I watched it, that made an attempt at that, called The Old Way with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Well,
Where they're going on this kind of revenge mission. It wasn't that good a movie, but that was a movie that was trying to go for the wolf and cub thing. I would like to see. I could see that happening, a Western version of Wolf and Cub. I could see that. Vic Sun says, "I love it when subtitles end up in Japanese."
I think we
Yeah.
might do a Never Cry Wolf on Western cinema, because that's kind of Western-ish, kind of. Or did we do it?
No, we haven't done that one yet. No. Anti-atheist says, "Was it Knives Out by Michael Bay?" No, Ryan Johnson.
It was another one ruined by Johnson.
yeah.
I thought, isn't that Everything He Touches?
Yes.
I like Looper.
I see. I didn't. I didn't even know it was Ryan Johnson at the time. I thought it was very, very sloppy as a time travel film. I thought the only thing that was good was the I'm not going to say the casting, but the way they made what's his name look like a young Bruce Willis. They did a really good job on that.
I
hear
hear a kitty,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, my cat's talking to
Aw.
me.
Okay.
You know.
I have been told that by my friends that I would like Looper, but I haven't seen it yet. So, good night,
Good night,
Tim.
Tim.
Good night, Tim.
Yeah, take care. You know, if you want a good time travel film, check out Primer. I mean, if you want a good, hard sci-fi film that makes you think.
It is a good one.
Saunders says time travel equals headaches, Troy.
Well, then, yeah, you definitely then need to stay away from Looper. That's a headache waiting to happen. But it's a great example of a film that thinks its way through multiple dimensions. I'll put it that way.
So, accepting Back to the Future, what is everybody's favorite time travel film?
Oh, gosh. I've done a whole series on it over on my channel.
The original Time Machine.
It was pretty good.
Which
Zach.
Big Al's going to be playing on Saturday.
Woo!
Time
Oh.
After Time is another good
Yeah,
one.
that's the other one.
Somewhere in Time
Yeah.
with
Hot Tub Time
Christopher
Machine.
Reeve and
Time
Hot Tub
Machine.
Time Machine. Edge of
Oh,
Tomorrow.
that's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Yeah, I was about to
Yes.
bring that up.
See, what's holding me up on answering this question is you specifically said favorite time travel
Yeah.
film. And there's one that I want to say, but the book was way, way, way better.
Gotcha.
The Time Traveler's Wife
Oh, really?
was actually, it was an okay time travel film. It was an excellent time travel book. It was a really, really good story. I mean, I guess they did a passable job of squeezing it into a 2-hour movie, but
Yeah, the book was a lot better.
the pacing was way off. There was one element, if I remember correctly, they did not include one scene in the movie that they needed to. So, first off, I have a very special place in my heart for the Time Traveler's Wife, because it was set in Chicago, and they specifically talk about a restaurant that was literally just down the street from me. It was a Japanese restaurant called Ketsu, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like 3 blocks away from my house, you know. I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway, without giving too much of the story away, there is one chapter right in the middle. This is after. I guess I got to give a basic premise. It's literally told from the point of view of a woman who is married to a man who has a problem that he just jaunts away in time. He travels randomly in time, and he has no control over it. They discover it's a mental thing that he does, but it's like having a seizure. You know, he has a seizure and he into time, right? So, because you could almost think of it like a Doctor Who River Song kind of thing, where things are out of order in the way they've interacted in their relationship. And at one point, he kind of breaks the normal routine. And when she gets up in the morning, he's sitting in the kitchen watching the television. And as she approaches them, she stops and she says, "Today's the day, isn't it?" He says, "Yeah." And so I just sat and watched the TV with him. It was 9/11.
Oh, man.
One chapter that has nothing to do with anything else in the book. Yes, you could easily drop it and it wouldn't matter. But I'm like, wow.
Wow, that's amazing.
That scene, had it been in the movie, would have made the movie for me. But they mostly got the rest of it on pretty well. Yeah. I'm going to say that's my favorite. And accept the fact that I probably, look at it through rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, I
If
understand.
he did that in a miniseries, it'd probably been a lot better.
I think a lot of these, a lot of books that they want to turn into movies absolutely would benefit from, from that.
Matt Cheatwood introduced me to the book The Man Who Folded Himself. That was
The Man Who Folded Himself.
very interesting. I want to say it's written by the same guy who wrote The Trouble with Tribbles. I think that's right.
Oh, okay.
This sounds familiar to
Yeah.
me.
It's a little hard to explain, but essentially this. Correct me if I'm misremembering this, Matt, please. But this kid has been raised. He's an orphan. He's been raised by his uncle, and one day his uncle gives him this belt and says that it will make his fortune, and tells him that he can use it to travel through time. And so he does that, and I'll just give you the Cliff's Notes version. But essentially, you travel through time, but what you're really doing is going to alternate universes.
Yeah.
And because of that, you go to that alternate universe. Well, there's a version of you there.
Yes.
too. And so finally, that's why it's called The Man Who Folded Himself. By the end of the book, there's dozens and hundreds of versions of himself.
Yeah.
And it sounds confusing, and I think a lesser writer would have made it confusing, but it was really fun and fascinating and thought-provoking the way he did it. Kind of explored that whole thing.
Yes, I have read that story. Yes, David Gerald was the one.
That's
who wrote
it.
That, yes.
That's it. I also like 12 Monkeys, Shadow of the Raven.
Sashi says, I think Sin would like Terminator. Yeah.
Terminator was good.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator was good.
12 Monkeys, which is a remake of La Jetée, if I recall correctly. I have both of them on DVD.
Star Trek for the Voyage Home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one was fun.
I don't
I
know
haven't
if you
seen
can call Benjamin Button time travel. It's not
No.
time travel. He's aging in reverse.
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Oh, like Merlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, just like Merlin. Doctor Who.
Travels around.
I remember Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Back when it was good.
Yeah.
Back when it existed, yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
He travels
I-
around
I
and
watched-
every time he has to do the dishes.
I mean, I grew up with the classics. I went back from the very beginning to Hartnell.
Yep.
I went all the way to Capaldi. I tried watching Jodie Whittaker. I refused to.
Yep.
After they-
I even gave her a chance, and I got as far as The Timeless Child, and I was done. I'm like,
Same
this
here.
isn't Doctor Who. You know, all the jokes and everything, the Doctor Her and whatever,
Yeah.
were like justified by that one episode, and I'm like, I'm done. This is not Doctor Who. Doctor Who. In fact, I'll even sacrifice Capaldi and say, you know what? It ended with Matt Smith at Trenzalore.
I give you that.
Because then you have an actual arc, you know.
Yeah.
No sense rebooting him if you know, Jodie Whittaker and, you know, Dr. WTF is in the future.
Matt Sheetwood's Predestination was an interesting time travel movie. I have yet to see that.
I haven't either.
I am aware of it though. It's Ethan Hawke and a woman from Succession.
Oh, I may have heard of that one though.
Matt's for it. Carl didn't like it so much. Said it made no sense.
Sashi says the best multiverse storyline could be the South Park Panderverse.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy.
That's one of my favorites.
Oh.
Let's go to the time machine.
Deceased in the Veil of Woe. Okay. Time travelers. Journey to the center of time. Well, Back to the Future, yeah, but we said without mentioning Back to the Future. But yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's
Somewhere in Time, I put that one out there, yeah.
Somewhere in Time was really good.
Land of the Lost. I don't know. Well,
No.
Idiocracy was actually a utopia.
No, we're living the idiocracy. We're living it. It's coming true. It's all coming true.
Oh, Outlaw Bill.
It's all coming true.
It's all coming back to me now. If you all vote for this, and
Donnie
we all
Darko.
vote for that. I have not seen that one.
Really?
I haven't
never-
either straight through.
That
It's
one-
it's definitely not hard science fiction. It's-
Directed by and written by our girl, Firestarter herself, Miss Little E.T. Yeah, her.
What did she do?
No, she wrote Donnie Darko. Why can't I think of her name right now? Son of a bitch.
I don't think
Drew Barrymore.
I don't think so.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
What's up?
She wrote Donnie Darko. Or at least produced it. Pretty sure, I think she directed it too.
So Matt Cheatwood is making the argument that two things make Idiocracy a utopia. The president had no Secret Service detail, and when he realized someone was better at the job than he could ever be, he gave up the job to him.
Wow, good point. I'm gonna throw out another one for you guys. See if you guys ever heard of this one. Actually, I'm not sure it's time travel per se. The movie is called Time Lapse, and it involves a machine that can take
Now-
pictures of the future.
Deckard is not a replicant. or you can argue Deckard is a replicant. Whichever, you know. Think about the future. Oh.
You know, if I'm going to pick a favorite, it's really hard to, but just for the nostalgia of it, and because basically this was my introduction to the whole genre, I would pick the Star Trek episode, The City on the Edge of Forever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I know it's kind of become trite and people make fun of it now, but that's the one that got me into just that haunted love of, wow, what if this, what if that, and Edith Keeler must die. Time Cop was surprisingly good, in my humble opinion.
Lost Highway.
Lost Highway, I haven't seen that one.
Deleted Scenes knows that movie.
It's a David Lynch film, right?
Yup.
Nice. I wish I had seen his stuff in the 90s, but I don't know if I was mature enough to appreciate it back then.
You're never mature enough. You really
Yeah.
aren't. You just got to dive into it. I'll throw one out, but I feel like it would have been better with the original ending. The Butterfly Effect. I just don't think American audiences could handle the original ending. So if you get it on DVD, you could check out multiple endings, some better than others.
Okay, I'm back. Yeah,
That's just entirely too much Ashton Kutcher. Sorry.
the thing about Lost Highways, could you really consider that time travel?
That's why I was throwing it out there for you. I just wanted to give you a little bit of a thinker.
Now, I mean, you do have. How is Robert Blake's character capable of being in multiple places at once? That could be construed as he's in different timelines, but it's not explained during the film. How, what's making Bill Pullman and Balthazar Getty switch places like that?
Army of Darkness.
Don't know.
We're going to be doing a whole stream on that, my friend.
Army
Let's
of
save it.
Darkness is my second
Army
favorite.
of Darkness.
Yeah, it's a time travel movie.
It is. It is.
Went to
Yeah.
the past.
The Lake House.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I did too. Oh, and if we're going to include, ones where you don't physically travel in time like that, Frequency.
Oh my gosh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, that's a good movie.
Oh, was the TV show any good that they made
Didn't
off
see
of
it.
it?
I didn't see
TV
it.
Show? No.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
made
see
a
it.
TV show later.
They did a TV show of 12 Monkeys that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that was decent when I saw of it, yeah.
Yeah, Frequency.
Unfortunately, that one didn't get finished.
Yeah.
Um,
Would Dark City be a candidate? I fucking love Dark City.
I don't
know-
think it. If you consider Dark
hated
City
that
to be
movie.
time travel, then you have to consider The Matrix to be time
Yeah.
travel too.
because Dark City is not time travel. It's just that. Well, I mean, they're not resetting timelines. They're basically resetting people.
Oh. I need
know,
a reset.
Because the spoiler alert, it's aliens.
Yeah.
um,
I'm not saying it's aliens.
it
But-
is that what they're doing in Dark City is like
What? What was that? There was that movie. The Final Countdown, where they're on a aircraft carrier, and
Oh,
the Japanese
yeah.
plane was, they were coming in and they could take them out because they had advanced weaponry.
I almost named that one, but yeah, that's a good one too.
The Philadelphia Experiment. Also a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what Time Trap is, Matt. Maybe if you could remind me who was in it. Maybe I don't know.
If you're going to do the Philadelphia Experiment, you got to do the Final Countdown. I may have to do those as a double
That's right. Well, I
feature.
just mentioned both of those movies.
do it.
Yeah.
Time Bandits, yeah.
What
Time
about
Bandits for
Time
sure.
Bandits. I love Time
House 2.
Bandits. Mom! Dad! Don't touch it! It's pure evil! They touch it.
What about Fringe? The series.
Oh yeah.
So she throwing in another anime, Erased. Does time travel similar to Edge of Tomorrow? I've heard of Erased. I haven't seen it. I hear it's very good though.
One that I did a rewatch for back after Fred Ward died, Time Rider: The Adventure of Lynn Swan.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
Time Cop, yeah.
And of course, we can't forget Kung Fury.
What?
Yeah. Sadly, I think Deleted Scenes was the only one that suffered through that one with me.
No, I'd seen it before when they
I liked
originally
it.
premiered it. Yeah.
I
which
know
was
it's
on,
cheesy, but
on
I liked
Spike,
it.
I think.
Right.
You want another Bruce Willis time travel movie? The Kid.
Oh, yeah,
I
about
didn't
that
see
one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one most people have forgotten about.
That deals with time travel, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Mel Gibson one. I forgot what was that one called?
Sorry. Forever Young.
Forever Young.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, we're missing Edge of Tomorrow.
No, we brought that up.
Oh, did we? I missed that. Sorry.
Hail at Samuel Proctor.
Does Sliding Doors count as a time travel movie? It's really following two different timelines. It's not really time travel.
Matt Cheat was his time trap. Professor gets lost in a cave. Some of his students go looking for him.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Isn't that the one where, as they're trying to get out, like time is outside is speeding up or something like that? And they realize that if they come out at a certain point, something's happened to the Earth, so they won't be able to survive. And then they end up on an alien ship or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
I drawing a blank on that one.
Deja Vu. About that one.
I never saw it.
Washington.
I'm aware of it. I never.
I only saw part of it. It seemed like it's pretty good for a short snippet.
Two more that the movies sucked, but the books were excellent, or the stories they're based on. The Sound of Thunder.
Ah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And, what was the one by Michael Crichton? Timeline.
Timeline. Yeah.
Excellent book, horrible movie.
Yeah, agreed.
So
I
what,
haven't seen-
what was the
One with a
difference?
bunch of
What made the film? What made the film so bad as compared to the book?
Which one are you talking about?
Timeline.
It was, okay,
That's got Gerard Butler in it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and it's all like Robin Hoodish type.
Yeah. The thing is, again, knowing how Michael Crichton writes, right? He really gets into the details. So there was this whole element before the scientists go on their time travel trip where they have to learn the language, for example, because Old English doesn't. It's effectively a different language. And one of the people with them was a linguist and was shocked to find out that they had learned how to pronounce certain words. And he's like, well, we've already sent people there. We've heard it. That's how we know how it's pronounced. Things like that. Just a lot of those kinds of details that I don't know how to describe it. It was a great story. I took a bunch of friends to see the movie, and I'm like, this is nowhere near as good as I made it out to sound.
A Connecticut
Hello to
Yankee
Mark
to Arthur's Court. Tim Hayes.
And also Trancers. Yeah, Trancers counts.
Have you seen a film from 2016 called Paradox?
I'm aware of it.
That is one I do recommend if you can find it. Let me see if it's out there anywhere.
Shadow of the Raven is asking, would Arrival be classed as time travel? Yeah, kind of, sort of. Because you're dealing with this alien race for which time is cyclical.
Oh! My science project. There's time travel in that. Elements of time travel.
Yeah, I know YouTube has it. Or Paradox.
Millennium, yeah, good one,
Yeah.
Mars. Yeah, Millennium. Yeah. Not the TV show, the film. Yeah, good. That counts.
Yes, I cannot stand millennials. Oh shit! Did I say that out loud?
This is why my time travel story. My main character has no idea what people are saying, and neither does the audience to get itself from some linguist friends and being exposed to them long enough. Yeah.
Paradox is on Tubi as well.
Of course.
The basic concept, and there's more than one movie called Paradox. I'm specifically talking about the one from 2016. A team of scientists develop a way to travel through time, but after a colleague visits the future, they learn the project could kill them all. One of those. A lot of it's about less about the time travel and more about the paranoia of not being able to trust anyone on your team. It was actually a really, really good one with a great ending, a great payoff in the end.
You know what really was the best time travel movie, though? Just ever? Ever.
What is it?
Time Chasers.
Time Chasers.
Seriously?
No.
Oh, hell.
And welcome to
What?
Skip Nasty. Yeah, time. Castleton.
I refuse to accept this guy as our main character.
You go to hell, Rutland, Vermont.
Food courts of the future.
I would not take this plunge. I don't know anyone in it. The stills, the promotional stills from this movie look terrible.
Shoot me now,
Oh,
shoot
yeah.
me now.
Couldn't it
I'm
be any
Bob Evil.
worse than Wild Horses?
Oh, that's I
Exactly.
don't know.
I don't think I trust you on that one.
That's a tight race. It has an unfair advantage to me. I'll watch the Mystery Science Theater riff of it, so it's more tolerable. But
Oh, okay. So you got the jokes in the back of your mind.
yes, that's where I got food courts of the future. Wolverine and
Don't
Deadpool.
you? Don't you get it? We're all connected. You, me, Nipsey Russell, Jesse Morgan.
X-Men: Days of Future and Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, Austin Powers is another one.
Interstellar. Yeah.
Kate and Leopold.
I got a
haven't seen
time
that
travel
one.
movie for you. The Triplets
Kate
of
and Leopold's
Belleville.
actually a really good movie with Hugh Jackman in it.
Oh yeah, I like that one too. Yeah.
That one's really good. After stepping through wormholes that, that is a really great movie, Tim. I really enjoyed that one.
Did someone say
Lady C got
Contact?
married.
Yeah, it's kind of time travel, I guess. Yeah.
Kind of.
And
Yeah.
hello to Darth Plato.
Hi, Darth.
Darth Plato.
Didn't they make a? Yeah. They did make a series out of it with our pal James Franco, who I don't think I want to see in anything again for a while.
Exactly.
You won't because he canceled himself by, doing something stupid.
Yeah, also true. But yeah, and they make a series out. They didn't make a series at the 11/22/63 year, whatever it was called. Yeah, we brought up Time After Time, Tim. He wasn't gay in that one. No.
The running joke.
Are you talking about time travel movies? Well, we eventually got around to it. Yeah. After I completely murdered the first 40 minutes of the show talking about wild
We
horses.
were trying to heal our minds from the horror that was Wild Horses.
Ah!
I was going to say Time. Yeah, I think Time After Time is the movie that really everybody kind of first
Yeah.
comes to everybody's mind, especially in our generation.
I love that one. Mary Steenburgen in that. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had a crush on her from that film.
Who didn't? The original Quantum Leap. Yeah,
I heard that the last Sharknado is a time travel movie.
it is.
Oh no!
I have no
What?
intent of watching any of those
Sharknado!
movies.
I must see it.
Oh,
I have a
No.
new mission in life.
no. It got worse.
You know, I've only watched the first one, and I only watched it with the riff tracks, people riffing it. So, how in the world did that get popular?
Because it was a movie that was bad on purpose.
It was bad.
You did say Groundhog's Day, right?
Groundhog
Oh
Day.
yeah, we've
Yeah.
Okay.
mentioned it.
Okay.
Avengers Endgame. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that wasn't a good time travel movie.
A couple
Samuel
of people have
Crawford.
mentioned Beyond the Time Barrier. I'm not familiar with it, but okay. Samuel Proctor, I'm going to watch every Sharknado
Every
movie.
single one.
Yeah, there's 6 of them, I think, altogether.
Yeah.
So
Edge of Tomorrow. That's spoken, right?
yeah, we've brought that up.
Okay, I was just double checking.
Yeah, we did bring up Star Trek 4, Darth Plato. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we mentioned a couple of them that are like Groundhog's Day, Edge of Tomorrow, and I think there was another one or two that we mentioned. Reliving,
I mentioned-
being caught in a loop, and I actually kind of like that subgenre of time travel where you're reliving the same day, hour, whatever, over and over and over again.
Oh, well, then there's a horror type genre. Happy Death Day to You.
Mhm.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Oh, is that a time travel
Because
thing?
she-
Yeah.
She's caught in a loop. Yeah.
Yep.
If I could turn back time.
I once performed that one at
Definitely going to the
karaoke.
80s. I am definitely going to the, late 70s and 80s. Yeah.
I performed that one at karaoke,
Excellent.
full on as Cher.
Excellent.
The other day, yesterday, I sang "Sweet Transvestite." Okay. Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Cool.
Tenet is a time travel movie if you could understand what they were saying or doing over the music. I have heard this a number of times from people about Christopher Nolan movies, about not being able to hear the dialogue over the music. And I have to tell you, the only time I've ever had a problem with that was in Interstellar.
I loved Interstellar, man. I don't know what it is about that movie. I love Interstellar. And I love his Batman trilogy.
I'm Batman.
No, I'm Batman!
Yeah, see, I have not seen Tenet. Tenet. And
I
I've
have Tenet, and I've never made it through it because I keep falling asleep.
I have
I like it.
heard. I've heard that it's a little challenging, which
It is.
ordinarily it means that I'd probably enjoy it, but I just haven't yet. I will eventually, I'm sure.
It's like I have devotion that I've never made it through that because I always fall asleep.
Hmm.
Movies to fall asleep too.
I dig it. I like it for what it is. It's kind. All right. Let me kind of put it this way, and this still doesn't explain it, but this is how I look at Tenet. Think of a time travel movie with a James Bond, but he doesn't know he's James Bond yet
Hmm.
because he hasn't gotten there yet. That's kind of the way I look at Tenet.
Interesting.
So it's
Kind of a side thing.
Yeah.
Arvik Sonder is asking what did they do to Penguin. If you're referring to what I think you're referring to, they turned the Penguin into Marlene Dietrich. That's what they did to Penguin. I guess that's kind of time travel too, because that's a jaunt back to the Golden Age.
Flight of the Navigator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good one.
Black Hole. Maybe.
Let's see, you count when it goes through the wormhole.
Sashi, he gives these comments, and I'm reading it, and I'm just getting ready to say something, and then he ends it with, "Oh, I see where he's going with this. Okay." He should have filmed near an actual black hole. He cheapened. Yeah, that's right. You're right. This is the same guy that couldn't give us a crowd of people on Dunkirk Beach because he refused to use CG. Should have used a friggin' black... Yeah, oh, God. Don't even get me started.
Okay, Sashi.
We've had people bring up, does the ending of Christopher Reeve Superman make it a time travel movie?
Now, yes, I'm going to say it absolutely does. I feel that, in my opinion, the only way that can work, the only way that storyline works is if Superman is traveling back in time. See, we see it from his point of view. I don't think he's literally turning the world back. I think it's like the equivalent of the Star Trek, slingshot effect around the world kind of thing. He's going back in time. We have to assume there are two Supermans at the same point in time, because if he's going and rescuing Lois, then that means everyone else is dying that we just watched him save. And I don't think that's the intent of the story. So I'd have to say yes, that is him going back in time and being in two places at once.
Ban anyone who says Time Cop. No. The Undead, 1957.
I can't... Time Cop, I know I saw it. I can't remember it. So it must not be that good if I can't remember it.
It's not. It's not.
I
that
like
good.
it.
I like it, but some people don't. Some people really don't.
It hasn't aged
I
well.
have
It
fun
gets
with it.
better.
Yeah. Frankenstein Unbound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Yes. That's actually a good one, too.
My Science Project. I don't know if you guys.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
Got time elements in it.
Teenage
that one
Mutant Ninja
definitely
Turtles.
is time
3.
traveling.
Okay. Beastmaster 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. Ah.
The horror.
I know, right? I kind of put that one up there with that He-Man movie.
Oh,
You know?
Yeah.
I've got another good one. You guys are gonna love me for this.
Mhm.
Future War.
Never heard of it.
Actually, it's probably not a time travel one, but there's
boy.
dinosaurs in
That's
it, so it's close enough.
Dinosaurs in it.
That's
yeah.
on Prime.
It's got dinosaurs and
There's a sequel
kickboxing.
coming out to it.
It's got
Really?
empty boxes and nuns that fall in love with kickboxers. Everything you could ever want. It's another Mr. Science.
And of course, Robert Zadar.
And Robert Zadar. How could I forget? Thank you for reminding me. Probably my second favorite role of Robert Zadar is right there.
Okay, the first one better be Samurai Cop.
It is. It is Samurai Cop.
Good.
A close third is his role.
What
in,
the hell? This looks like a cheap dime store Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. I am never taking movie suggestions from any of you people.
Sorry.
Fred Burrows, help me!
You people are all nuts.
Yes,
Shashi
was
was in 65, really?
My gosh,
Adam
that,
Driver,
65.
that man has a small chin.
Repeat
How small is
performance.
it?
What a
Yeah, that
disappointment,
came off.
65.
I'm with Darth Plato. If we're going for TV shows, Voyagers. I'm all over that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
A couple of Arabic, thank you for the $1.
Yes, thank you.
Time tunnel.
He's on your side. Cool. All right.
No one said time tunnel.
Oh, time tunnel. Yeah.
Okay. Well, 65. Yeah. Well, okay. It was 65. It's kind of a fake out because it's not time travel. He's an alien. And he winds up on Earth 65 million years ago. So,
Hello, Mrs. Martin Muse.
Hi, Miss
Good
Martin
to see
Muse.
you.
Hello.
the Waves with Justin Long, haven't seen it. Yeah, they are just aliens, Smith.
Samuel Proctor. Yes, we did mention Army of Darkness.
We did mention
Yeah.
Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two Worlds, Jenny Logan. Okay. All right. And Curtis, I understand you have to.
Yeah,
have
I
to
probably
deport.
ought to be.
Did anybody mention Clock Stoppers?
What was that one?
No.
Clock Stoppers. There's a movie called Clock Stoppers.
I don't trust you. I better look it up.
I'm familiar.
I think Jonathan Frakes directed, didn't he?
I don't remember.
I think. For some reason,
The
I want to
guy
think.
made-
Yeah, directed by
Type of
Jonathan
watch.
Frakes.
Yeah.
I've never seen this one. I'll have to look
It's
into
out
it.
there. It's out there. He makes
And
some
the
this
next
special
Parker.
watch or something. It was a while back.
Would the M. Night Shyamalan film Old count as a time travel movie?
I've never seen it.
I guess, kind of depending on what the. I haven't seen it, so I guess. there are
Okay.
elements of it that would
The
be
basic premise is a bunch
Yeah,
of
me.
people get free vacation. They're kind of I don't remember if they're traveling or what it is, but some company gives them a free vacation. You expect it to be like they're going to get roped into having to listen to a timeshare thing or something like that. No, what happens is they get this place to stay out on the beach, and they can't leave there.
Mhm.
And while they are there, they begin to age rapidly.
Mhm.
And there's some weird thing about this beach that time travel, time is sped up there, and the company is using the people that go there as guinea pigs for their pharmaceuticals to see what happens to them.
Oh, I got one that's got some time elements in it. Ice Pirates! Ice Pirates!
Yeah.
Ice Pirates!
Oh, hell.
They're going through the warp. And they're speeding up, and their afro gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I love it. I love that movie so much.
I
we do
forgot
have
about
to get-
that movie.
We do have to get Curtis out of here, guys. So
Yeah.
We don't
Sorry.
want to let him go.
Don't you love the dog? Look at the dog. No, I
He looks like he got a
really love
poop.
to stay, but I know better.
What will it take to have you stay on longer?
Huh?
What will it take to have you stay on longer?
I'll tell you what. I'll stay for 10 more minutes if y'all will tell me whether you would be better able to do a watch party with me this Saturday or the Saturday thereafter. I'm
Count
wanting.
me in, brother.
Okay.
I'm in.
Okay. What
Next
time?
Saturday.
What this one or the
I-
one
I am-
thereafter?
That's one for me.
I'm free all Saturday.
So next, and when they say next, you mean the one after this Saturday? Is that what
Yeah.
you mean, Connie? Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a time that's better for any of you than another?
Let's see.
Nah.
For me, Saturday would probably be best sometime between. I'm trying to think because I know I'm going to be doing at least one of the Pop Culture Minefield shows here on a Saturday this month. So
Yeah, you were the one that I most was worried about. I mean, I want you in there, but I also know that you are busy. I know that.
I would have to say, if you gave me enough time to plan it, anywhere between 4 o'clock and 10,
Okay.
I'm good between those times, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm on pop culture, it might be like about 6:37.
Well, how about we
Depending on how long the show goes.
How about we hesitantly schedule the Saturday after next, 4 o'clock, unless you get back with me and say that it's I won't set it up for a few days. Give you some time to get back with me.
Yeah,
My-
DM me. Let me know.
My thought, my hope is see, Mr. Lundell is getting very close to being monetized, and I'd like to get him some
Congrats.
hours.
Yeah.
Also, he has one of my favorite films on his channel, that being the silent film Metropolis.
Oh, I love that
Nice.
movie. That's a personal favorite
good
of
one.
mine.
So, I'm thinking I'll do like Aged Boomer did the other day. I mean, if you guys would rather, I could do a Cosme, but I was thinking we could all like watch it from his channel and get him some hours and do a watch party on it that way.
And yeah, because that is public domain film, so
Yeah.
no problem there.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, if it ends up me having to, I'll be happy to do it on Cosme, but I just
When is
thought
it?
it would be cool to get him some hours.
Metropolis.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. But when is this? Watch party.
Yeah, it's a watch party. For now, I'm saying 4 o'clock the Saturday after next, but I'll get with Deleted and try to get the time like hammered down. So
I'd like that one.
Mars Monkey Max, you misheard. He's not close to being monetized. He's getting close to being arrested. And
So it's-
that,
4 o'clock for me.
Okay.
4 o'clock. When I say 4 o'clock, when you're saying 4 o'clock Deleted, is that Eastern or
Eastern.
that's
Yeah.
Eastern time? Okay, so that would be 5 o'clock here, I think.
Huh?
I'm Central
Where's here?
Time. Oh, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I'm 4 o'clock Eastern. Like deleted.
Okay, gotcha.
So I'd be ahead of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're both ahead of you.
Okay. So yeah, it'll be 5 o'clock my time. So, but I'll get with you Deleted. And, probably try to harass Mr. Lundell. I see if he wants to come on as well. He probably will, but I don't know. You never know what people are going to do. But the only other thing I have planned right now is I have things set up tomorrow at 5:55 Central, so probably 4:55 you guys time. What should America 2.0 look like? And I know I've always got to do these grandiose themes, but the premise being, when we rebuild America, I hate to put it that way, but when we rebuild it, how do we make it better? How do we make it so that some of these things don't happen again, or for a long time anyway? So, and that's all I've got planned for the bit.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's always so fun. I love you guys.
Thank you, Curtis.
You're welcome. Thank you, Connie. Thank you, Troy. Deleted,
Take care.
Outlaw, everybody in the chat.
Yep.
Have a wonderful night.
All right. Take care. Good. He's gone. Let's talk about him now. Well, we're getting around to the point of wrapping it up anyway. So, does anybody have any anything they want to bring up? Anything they want to discuss? Rant about?
I think we've about covered.
Nope. Moving on. Okay. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Well, let's go around the horn. Ladies first. Connie, what do you have coming up?
Well, I'm a lady. I'll be doing a watch
Think
party
so.
on Wednesday night for the Chief Detective through Cosby, and I'll be posting a video on Fluff Chick Productions here within the week, and it's it for me right now.
Troy.
So I would say tomorrow night, but I guess it's really later tonight. 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern. Last call's Monday night at the movies. I will be streaming the Peter O'Toole classic, The Man of La Mancha. Oh yeah, and sorry, Friday I will be. Well, we'll decide what's happening Friday. The original plan is to cover the next couple episodes of Outer Range, but that is entirely dependent on the weather. We may end up choosing.
Assuming I am not underwater at that
Yeah,
point.
exactly.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be just a different topic, and I don't know which.
Yeah. But tentatively, open range. All right. Bill.
Well, we got some karaoke going on probably this Wednesday. And then, of course, Action Theater, if it goes off without a hitch.
Yes.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We're doing that.
Indeed.
And I may be doing some surprise streams here and there. Maybe, I don't know.
Cool. All right. That brings it around to me. Let's see. Sunday night. As of right now, nothing planned for tomorrow. We'll see. Again, Tuesday. Hopefully, if all goes well, live from Sparkwood and 21. Where Troy, Nutter, and Aged Boomer are going to be joining me as we watch and discuss episode 6 of season 3 of Twin Peaks. And of course, Action Theater, 4:30 Thursday afternoon, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Later on that evening will be my weekend update program. That's usually at 11:30, right after Thursday Things. Let's see. Hopefully, I will be able to join Pop Culture Minefield for a Saturday afternoon matinee when they do their Alien show, which I think is going to be, if not this week, the week after, which is why I'm couldn't remember earlier, but I know that's supposed to be one Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be able to jump in for that. Let's see. I am going to be joining Big Al Presents in 2 weeks for Films with Friends, and we're going to be watching Underwater. And let's see. Trying to remember. I keep feeling like I'm forgetting something. Oh, right. Of course, we have Western Cinema.
Oh yeah.
Every Sunday at 4:00, and we have we got a couple of good ones coming up. And Hello Moira. We have Dead Man coming up, the Jim Jarmusch film with Johnny Depp, Robert Mitchum, Lance Henriksen, Gabriel Byrne, kind of a cast of thousands. So looking forward to that.
Billy Bob Thornton, probably uncredited.
Billy Bob
I'm not
Thornton,
sure.
yeah. They even have Iggy Pop in there, so it's going to be crazy. Looking forward to that one.
And I've never actually
Iggy
seen the
Pop.
film, but I've just been told, you need to do this film, you need to do this film. I'm finally getting around to it, and we're doing it.
It is one that has been requested on a number of occasions. And another movie that's been requested on a number of occasions as well is Blazing Saddles. And we will be doing that film September 8th on its 50th anniversary.
40th.
No, it's 50th
40.
because it's 50. Because
50.
it was done in 74.
Oh,
Yes, it's 50.
okay. All right.
So yeah. So yeah. That's what we have coming up as far as I can recall. Hopefully, I will be able to get around to some member streams this month. I owe y'all a couple. I want to do at least 3. I'd really like to do some watch parties of my own. So I'm looking into that. And there'll be some surprises. Other videos coming up, more reviews, all that good stuff. All right. Any last words before we close it out?
No, I just appreciate you having me.
Thanks.
It's good to hang out.
Thank you.
All right.
And I'm sorry about wild horses. Never again. Never again.
No!
Oh, it wasn't your fault. It's your fault, but he's Nolt. All right. I would like to thank everyone who joined us tonight on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. I'd like to thank everyone who joined us in the chat. There were some new faces. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, or Troy and Netters, or Bill's, or Connie's, or Curtis's, now is the perfect time to do so. All right. I would like to thank Connie Cleary, Troy Pacelli, Outlaw Bill, Curtis Selby, Cassidy the Dog, and of course, last but not least, G. Edward Robbins. From HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe, because this is how we win.